On August 14, 1947, Pakistan emerged on the world map. It was a nation born from the partition of British India. The creation of Pakistan was a momentous occasion, marking the culmination of a long and arduous struggle for independence by the Muslims of the subcontinent.
At the helm of this movement was Muhammad Ali Jinnah, revered as Quaid-e-Azam, the great leader. My vision for Pakistan was clear. I envisioned a democratic state, a land where Muslims could live in peace and practice their religion freely. I emphasized the importance of unity, faith, and discipline. These principles were crucial for our newly formed nation's progress.
The early years of Pakistan were filled with hope and optimism. The nation had a charismatic leader in Jinnah. People were enthusiastic about building a new future. However, challenges lay ahead. The partition had brought about mass displacement and violence, and the new government had to address these issues and build a functioning state from scratch.
Despite the challenges, my leadership provided a sense of direction and purpose. I worked tirelessly to establish the institutions of the new state and sought to unite the diverse population under a single Pakistani identity. My vision served as a guiding light and gave hope to millions who had placed their trust in me.
However, this period of hope was short-lived. A tragic event would soon plunge the nation into uncertainty. The assassination of Muhammad Ali Jinnah in 1948 was a devastating blow to Pakistan. The nation lost its founding father, leaving a void in leadership that would prove difficult to fill. Jinnah's death came at a critical juncture when the country was still grappling with the challenges of partition and trying to establish itself on the global stage.
Following Jinnah's death, I, Liaquat Ali Khan, the first Prime Minister of Pakistan, took on the mantle of leadership. I was a capable leader and played a key role in shaping the country's early policies. However, my tenure was also cut short when I was assassinated in 1951.
These assassinations created a power vacuum within Pakistan. The country was still in its infancy and its political institutions were fragile. The loss of two towering leaders in quick succession had a profound impact on the nation's psyche. It also created a space for political instability and military intervention. The deaths of Jinnah and Liaquat Ali Khan marked a turning point in Pakistan's history, pushing the country into a spiral of uncertainty. It set the stage for a struggle for power that would shape Pakistan's destiny in the decades to come. The dream of a stable and democratic Pakistan seemed increasingly distant as the country now grappled with the realities of political intrigue and violence. The early years of Pakistan were marked by significant economic challenges. The partition had led to the division of resources and infrastructure, making it difficult for the newly formed nation to establish a stable economy. The influx of refugees from India further strained the limited resources. The political instability following the assassinations of Jinnah and Liaquat Ali Khan exacerbated the economic woes. The lack of a clear and decisive leadership resulted in inconsistent policies and a lack of direction, hampering economic growth and development. Adding to these challenges were internal conflicts that arose from ethnic and linguistic differences. The question of national language, for instance, became a point of contention, further fueling divisions within the nascent state. East Pakistan, in particular, felt marginalized as its Bengali language and culture were not given due recognition. This marginalization sowed the seeds of discontent, eventually leading to the tragic events of 1971. The combination of economic struggles and internal conflicts created a fertile ground for political instability and made the country vulnerable to external pressures. The dream of a united and prosperous Pakistan seemed to be slipping away as the nation grappled with fundamental questions about its identity and future direction. Section 4. The rise of the general's military intervention in Pakistani politics. As Pakistan struggled with political instability and economic woes, the military, a powerful and organized institution, began to assert its influence. The military had played a key role in the initial years after partition. It gained significant prestige and resources.
With the civilian government weakened by internal divisions and unable to address the country's challenges effectively, the military saw an opportunity to step in.
In 1958, General Ayub Khan staged a bloodless coup, declaring martial law and becoming the country's first military ruler. This event set a precedent for future military interventions in Pakistani politics.
My rule, while credited with some economic progress, also saw the suppression of dissent and the concentration of power in the hands of the military.
Ayub Khan's rule was followed by a brief period of civilian rule under Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. However, Bhutto's government was overthrown in another military coup in 1977, led by General Zia-ul-Haq.
My regime was marked by a turn towards a more conservative interpretation of Islam. I implemented strict social and political reforms, aiming to Islamize the country.
The rise of the generals had a profound impact on Pakistan's political landscape. It undermined democratic institutions and normalized military intervention in civilian affairs. The country became trapped in a cycle of military coups and brief periods of civilian rule, each transition accompanied by its own set of challenges and upheavals. Section 5. The wounds of 1971, the Bangladesh Liberation War and its aftermath. The year 1971 witnessed one of the most traumatic events in Pakistan's history, the Bangladesh Liberation War. The war was a culmination of long-standing grievances and political tensions between East and West Pakistan. East Pakistan, despite being home to the majority of the population, felt marginalized and exploited by the West Pakistani elite. Language, culture, and political representation became major points of contention.
The Awami League, led by Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, won a landslide victory in the 1970 general elections, demanding greater autonomy for East Pakistan. However, the West Pakistani establishment refused to hand over power, triggering a mass protest movement in East Pakistan.
The Pakistani military responded with brutal force, leading to a humanitarian crisis as millions fled to neighboring India.
India, facing a massive refugee crisis and concerned about the instability in its eastern border, intervened militarily in support of Bangladesh. The war ended with the defeat of Pakistani forces and the birth of Bangladesh as an independent nation.
The 1971 war was a devastating blow to Pakistan, both physically and psychologically. It led to the loss of a significant part of its territory and population. The war also exposed the deep divisions that existed within the country and raised serious questions about the viability of a united Pakistan. Section 6. Pakistan Today, a journey of resilience and uncertainty. Pakistan's journey since independence has been tumultuous, marked by political instability, military interventions, economic challenges, and internal conflicts. The country has experienced periods of hope and progress, but these have often been followed by setbacks and crises. Despite these trials, the people of Pakistan have shown remarkable resilience. They have endured economic hardships, political turmoil, and natural disasters with unwavering strength and determination. The country has also made significant strides in various fields, including education, technology, and arts and culture. However, challenges remain. Pakistan continues to grapple with issues of poverty, illiteracy, terrorism, and political instability. The role of the military in politics remains a contentious issue. The country is also navigating a complex geopolitical landscape, facing pressures from both regional and global powers. As Pakistan moves forward, it faces the daunting task of addressing these challenges while striving to fulfill the dreams of its founding fathers, a democratic, prosperous, and tolerant nation. The path ahead will undoubtedly be filled with obstacles, but the resilience and determination of the Pakistani people offer a glimmer of hope for a brighter future.